Hi and welcome to Add More Zest, and my name's Rebecca. Welcome to what has the potential to be a chaotic WIP and Waffle. Let's see how it goes. So I'm working on my Heaven and Earth Design mini beautiful light painting. It's a good job that I am now doing or at least I feel as though it's a good job that I am now doing the part where I do one on camera and then I do another one off camera to sort of go with the progress. But my last section was all black. That was it. It was all black. I did break out the multiplacer, I will say, because it was all black and it was boring otherwise. But I did get that done. This may be an entertaining WIP and Waffle for a couple of reasons. One, it is 25 degrees here today in the UK, which if anybody has experienced 25 degrees in the UK, it's warm. It's warm. It is like it's been nice this week, in general this week. This is the hottest day so far this week. So far the house is fairly cool. It's not too bad. The longer the heat goes on, the more heat the house stores and the tougher it gets. But what's going to make this waffle fun is every time it's sunny, next door but one is out in their garden, which I don't blame them. There's an element of jealousy because I'm still working. But they currently seem to be playing a game with the toddler that seems to involve, well, it definitely involves screaming. Whether it be the toddler's spraying them with water or whether, you know, they're doing a little tickle fest or something, I'm not quite sure. But there tends to be an adult scream and then a toddler giggle. So if you can hear that, apologies. But I'm kind of running out of time to film this WIP and Waffle. I've also been doing a vlog today. I'm going to try and do a vlog a week. Try and make sure they're a little bit different. So I'm doing a vlog today that won't go up until the week after next. They take a lot more editing time, so I'm doing them sort of, and you'll get them a week or two delayed, so that I can get them processed and all the rest of it. But yeah, it does mean I'm battling with batteries a little bit for my camera. I've got it on my list to order some more. So I'll be doing that once I've got this WIP and Waffle done. But I do have a full battery in my camera at the moment, so we should be good for this WIP and Waffle. But what also makes it entertaining is, for some reason, I came in to start filming, planned on filming this video first, and realised that my tablet was flat, which is not good. So I filmed a couple of other videos while waiting for this to charge. But when I have my tablet on, because it stays on, and it's an older tablet, sometimes it depletes faster than it can charge when the screen is on. When the screen is off, it doesn't. I did go and pinch the plug for my Mac, which is a higher ampage plug, so it charges faster, in an attempt to, you know, at least keep it on an even keel. But it's a Type-C plug, and this is a USB charger. So yeah, we're playing the game. We're playing the game of whether the charge will last. Yeah, it was on 14% when I started. It's now on 12%. So yeah, we're just going to see how it goes. If my tablet shuts off on me, then I guess I will try and finish up filming it the next day. We are out this evening. Hubby and I are out this evening. We have tickets to see Jason Manford, a British comedian who we both like. We got them for Christmas from the kids. So we are off out for that this evening, which is going to be fantastic. And I know I'm going to love it. It just means I can't film this evening and delay it. I could possibly film some of it tomorrow, but it's trying to make sure I get it filmed early enough to get it edited and uploaded. But if the tablet dies, then that shall be what we will do. So yeah, that's what I mean by chaotic. Let's see whether it is or not. But otherwise, I hope everybody is having an amazing week. Thank you all so much for the birthday messages on the Facebook group. Hubby posted, I just didn't bring up that it was my birthday coming up. But then hubby wanted to post. So he wanted to know what I wanted to do for my birthday. And originally I was just going to go to a different local-ish fabric shop. It's called Empress Mills and it's in Cole. It's just over an hour away from us. But yeah, it was like, at first it was like, oh, do we go to the Landudno shop, which I have been to before. That is about an hour and a half away from us. But then I remembered that I'd seen this Empress Mills and it was new. So I thought there's the excitement of somewhere new. I don't need fabric. I have fabric to make quilts. I don't need fabric. But as hubby said, birthdays are not for needs. They're for wants. So yeah, we were going to go to Empress Mills, and then I got an email through, I think the day before, maybe on the Thursday, from the lady who taught me how to quilt, who started this whole ball of rolling, and she said how she was going to the north, or the closest to her, quilt festival, which pricked my ears open. Turns out, I mean, I've not gone looking, so no wonder I didn't know about it. But turns out there is a quilt festival that was in Uttoxeter. I know it's pronounced different by the locals, but I can never remember how it's pronounced, which is about an hour away from us as well, in a different direction. So I said to hubby, I said, maybe I go there, because then I can go on my birthday, on the Sunday, rather than, it was open on the Saturday, but Lewis was watching Luna, which he's fine with, but I wouldn't want to leave him all day with her, because he gets bored. He wants to do his thing, and he can't do his thing when he's watching said dog. So anyway, hubby was like, well, let's do both. So we went to Empress Mills on the Saturday, just did a visit, probably only in there for half an hour or so, maybe an hour, because I was waiting for some fabric to be cut. Got a nice few fabrics from there. Came back, got to stroke all the fabrics, popping them away. And then the next day we went to Uttoxeter and went to the quilt show there. Absolutely loved it. I want to try at some point, or at least the only thing I had in my head when I went was I wanted to find somewhere that did possibly some nice zips and things to maybe do some bags, do a couple of things that are a little bit different. Of course, I found plenty of fabric. I did pick up more thread, because that's always good to have, and picked up a few different fabrics, but I did get my zips. So I got a couple of zips, got the company's details, so now I know where to go for my zips. And yeah, had a lovely day. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. It was at the race course, so food or refreshments there weren't necessarily the best, but they were still fair enough. There just wasn't lots and lots of selection. And yeah, had a really nice day. Came back and stroked fabric again while putting it away. Don't think I actually sewed anything, or maybe I did on Saturday night, but that was just more due to, you know, busy day. You get home, don't you, sort of switch off a little bit. But yeah, I had a beautiful birthday weekend, so thank you all so much for the well wishes. It was good, and I can't wait. In fact, this weekend upcoming is another bank holiday weekend. Because Easter's been at the end of April, the bank holidays seem to come thick and fast in May. So we have a bank holiday at the beginning of May, and then we have a bank holiday at the end of May. So we've got a 3-day weekend coming up. So maybe I'll start another quilt. Maybe I'll finish a little bit of a quilt that I'm doing as a little bit of a mess quilt. Yeah, we shall see. But anyway, good weekend had, even though I didn't know what the plans were when I filmed last Thursday's WIP and Waffle. We ended up figuring it out by the time the weekend came. And I get to go out this evening. Go out for a meal with hubby and then go to a show. So that's good too. Okay, let's get on to comments, etc. So Liv's dotting den. She says, hi Rebecca and Zesties. She says she's glad that I had a lovely break. Yes, because I had the 4-day weekend for Easter. She said it's good to down tools, she says, and take some time away to reset your battery. Yes, and there was a few things that, like, me and Megan were going to try and finish up that weekend. But yeah, in the end, we just decided to, you know, put more work in on the on the Thursday, and then just be able to down tools, and it was very, very good. She says her weekend has gone really well. She says plus her week off has been productive too, which is awesome. She says she caught the declutter bug in the den. I love a good sort out. She says she'll do an updated video. She says once she is happy with everything. Yeah, and it's those last little bits that can sometimes take a little bit longer. So don't leave it too long, because I know when sorting my craft room, it was definitely done in stages until I got near to the end, and then I had a bit more of a spurt. But she says she's been to IKEA today to use her vouchers. She says she has gone for a couple of Trofast drawers units with the pink and white baskets. She said so hopefully she can see what's in the boxes. I used to use the Trofast ones for the kids' toys. They're so sturdy. I think the kids still have some of those boxes from when they were younger, like under their bed, like just storing their don't need all the time stuff. They're just such sturdy units and boxes. They're fabulous. She says, and she got a cart like mine. She says, but she got it in white. Love the carts, the Raskog, and then the tiny one, which isn't called a Raskog, but it looks the same, just tiny. They are so sturdy. They're absolutely fantastic carts. Sorry, now the toddler's screaming. Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic carts. I love them to pieces. She says she's seen a kitchen in IKEA that she loves. She said so she's going to have to save some pennies. Yes, but do note, IKEA kitchens do not cost as much as you think they will. Our kitchen did not cost anywhere near as much as I would have thought it would, considering, you know, it was all in fitted as well for under 8,000. I think ours was. Yeah, I'm sure it was under 8,000 for the whole kit and caboodle, which is fantastic value, in my opinion, especially considering how much everything has gone up. And yeah, I still love my kitchen, which is good. At least I love my kitchen when it's clean, which it is at the moment, so that's good. She says hopefully it will be in stock, she says, once she has saved up the dosh. Hopefully it will. But yeah, I find it really, really sturdy. I do really like my kitchen. It stands up to the test of time. Right, let's get my next colour. I am being lazy. I have just grabbed the tray and pen that I have been using for doing shared home, because it's been one of those days fighting with batteries. So just so you know why I'm using the same tray and pen that I will be using on Sunday, because I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting with anything. I'm not in the mood for that today. It's too warm. Too warm. Okay. Bev, she says she completely agrees with me. She says about changing up the drill shape. She says she has done squares for her big projects for a few months now. She says so she is ready to do a premium round. She has chosen, she says, Soul of the Storm by Camilla De Erico from Diamond Art Club. She says that's what she's chosen for June Waffle. She said it's got 7 ABs, 3 fairy dust, and she kitted it up yesterday. That is pre-planning. I like it. I like it. Get it ready and sorted. Because then you can just look at it excited, ready to start for June. Dorobi Punked, she says she had a long weekend as well. She said on Easter Monday they celebrated her dad's birthday. That was on the Thursday before Easter. She says when nobody had time. She said it was nice to have them all round, which is good. It is good when you get sort of, you know, a batch of days where you can find time to meet up with family and people, and yeah, just be about. Is always good. Let me mark those off. She says the kids had great fun. She said searching the Easter baskets in the garden. She says unfortunately the weather wasn't very good. She says on the other hand, she says we need the rain for all the nature to grow, which is true. I think Sunday was actually the only nice day we had Easter weekend. It was nice last weekend, but Easter weekend it rained every day apart from the Sunday. So definitely an ideal time to be in the house and making a quilt. It was the weather for it. Okay. Oh, don't forget that one down the bottom. Look at that little cheeky one. Cheeky one down there. She says April is disappearing for sure, which it has. It's now gone. Poof. See you later. She says as the first quarter of the year, she says, but up until now, she said it's a good one for her. She bought another Yumi from Diamond Art Club. She says, oops. She says, which is similar to the Sakura Festival painting with the cherry blossom trees that she finished last year for June Waffle. She says maybe she'll start something new for taking part this year. She says, or she'll continue working on her current project. We'll see. Well, you've got a month to see how far you get as to whether it's worth starting a new one or not. She says, love and hugs to me and all the Zesties out there. Yes, love and hugs to all of you. I hope you're having an amazing week. We all deserve a good week. Even if we do have things that test our patience from time to time. Gloria, she says, hello friends. She says she placed an order with Add More Zest. Thank you, always appreciated, especially considering small businesses are struggling so much at the moment. Every order is appreciated. She says she's just got a notification that it's been shipped. Woohoo! She says she's so excited to receive it and to start playing with the dust drills, which are amazing drills. They are definitely my favourite. That is for sure. They are well and truly my favourite drills, because they're just sparkly and cute. Cat Lady, she says over the weekend, she said they attempted lifting the tiles from the kitchen floor. Nothing like a bank holiday weekend to do a bit of DIY. She says it went easier than they expected. She says, but everything is so dusty. She says, so they're not going to lift any more until the end of the month. As the new flooring, she says, won't be going down until mid-May. She says today they built a shed. She says she's still recovering. Her shoulder and knees are aching, which I am not surprised. Go you for building a shed though. Well, can you imagine if you'd had to do it in this weather this week? That would have been a hard no from me. I get worn out. Well, not worn out. I find it's extremely warm just changing the washing over at the moment. Never mind building a shed. But yeah, that is purely down to the heat. I don't like it this hot personally. There's not enough of a breeze. But yeah, we'll take the nice day. Aaliyah, she says she got her assignment in earlier in the week. Fantastic news. Always good to get those assignments ticked off as much as you can. Catherine got her dissertation submitted on Monday, which she was, relieved for, but she also said it feels so weird now because she has had her dissertation open on her laptop or something to do with her dissertation, whether it be the next batch of reading or the next batch of writing. She's had it there for months. For the past few months, she's had it on her laptop somewhere, and she closed it all down on Monday. She's got one more assignment to submit, and then she has exams, 24-hour exams, but there's no prep or anything for those. There's no, here's your deadline, you've got X amount of time. It's you have 24 hours to do it. So yeah, she's hoping to get that one or get stuck into that one over the next couple of days and get it done, because then she'll have no more assignments, no more deadlines for anything in uni. She says Aaliyah, she says she's got no idea what else has happened this week. She says it's all a blur, which hopefully you'll get some answers for that soon. She says, in one of my kitting down videos, she says, I was surprised that I didn't have a big 5200 bag or Ziploc. She said, could it be because they went into the previous Mini Beautiful Light? It could be. I think I've actually given away quite a few of the 5200 as well. I definitely did have extra bags of them in my extras storage before I passed all that on. So yeah, I definitely had some in there, but I think most of them were given away. Some of them would have gone into Mini Beautiful Light, but so would the 310 and the 3865 as well. So maybe that's why. But I have a bag for them now. I've just decided to bite the bullet and have a bag for them. Oh, we have an assignment update from Chloe. So she says she has completed all of her assignments. She says she's free. Fantastic news. She says, let the diamond painting marathon begin. She says she is so relieved that is over. It's amazing what a relief something like that can be. She says for June, she says she's going to be working on a painting that is 50 by 150 in rounds. She says it won't take her long to do, as she does 6 to 8 sections a day. That is some going, that's for sure. I'm not doing one that big, I'll tell you that now. I definitely do not have enough time to do one that big. But yeah, those that do, all for it, go for it. She says at this point in her diamond painting journey, she says she won't be able to do a chart to art yet. She says possibly in the future, she says, but she isn't confident with squares yet. She says she's only done one 40 by 40 in squares, and she has done a few paint gem sets. Well, if you've done paint gem sets that don't, that have sort of different shapes on the sides, like you don't end up with a rigid block, that's pretty good going in relation to doing squares, and pretty good practice. She says she has had quite a large Diamond Art Club order arrive, she says, a few days ago. She says the mystery washing tapes included, and she loves them. She says she uses washi tape for her sections and for the borders. That's good. It's always good to get a nice crafty parcel of things you adore. Okay, I can breathe now in relation to the tablet. I only have 5200 to do. So if the tablet goes off, I don't care. I'm finishing it. Okay, I can breathe. I can breathe. I feel like I'm rushing as though I'm fighting the battery. Yeah, I feel as though I'm placing diamonds in accordance to the battery not running out. What percentage are we on now? Oh, we're still on 12%. Okay, so it mustn't be doing too bad if it's still on 12%, but it definitely, it was on 14 when I first turned it on, and it went down to 13 before I'd even pressed play, and then it went down to 12 the first time I checked. So I got a little bit panicky, but I'll leave it in for the rest of the day and it'll be fine. Kim, she says she kitted up a round today. She says this one is staying at home, she says, once it's finished, so she'll not be stressing about missing drills, which is always good. Diamond art is supposed to relieve stress, not cause it. She says she just put away some of her diamond dust drills, she says, that she purchased from me. She says, yikes, she says she can only imagine the static, she says, that I've had to deal with while putting the diamond dust drills in their individual bags. Some of them have been rather entertaining, I will say. I do actually have a vlog. The vlog for next week that's coming up is actually me sorting out a load of diamond dust drills. So you will see the steps I take to try and prevent the static. However, it doesn't, there are some of them that it calms it, but nowhere near as much as I'd like. She says, even though you had a piece of dryer sheet in each bag, she says they were so excited to be in my storage, she says that they were jumping. She says, how many diamond dust drills were you sweeping up after sort out day? Oh, probably gazillions, probably a whole tub's worth. But yeah, the Hoover gets any that decide they are jumping far too away. But I even wipe round a full dryer sheet, like in the whole bag of them, before I even start bagging up, in an attempt to calm some down. And a dryer sheet stays in the big bag as well while they're in storage, so that all that movement about hopefully calms drills more than it agitates them. But yeah, sometimes they, quite frankly, they just want static no matter what. Nellie, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she is answering my message about dark drills. She says she has tried a light pad, but the drills are still too dark for her to see. So she says she'll be doing ones that aren't dark. She says she wishes they would make simple white on black and black on white, she says, and then it will be simpler. Which, yeah, you tend to only find with like the mystery ones, tend to be more simple symbols. So maybe try a mystery painting, because they tend to have just white and black symbols. That might be a little bit easier for you, maybe. BL Adcock, she says she enjoys having a round whip and a square whip going at the same time, so they can reach for what they're in the mood to do. And yeah, there has been times I've had more than one diamond painting kitted up. If you know, I think once I had 3 or 4 maybe. And I would spin my decision wheel to decide which one I was going to do that day, or I would just decide to do one. I think it was when I had a Diamond Art Club mystery painting that I wanted to try. I had that on the go and decided to have, I think, 1 or 2 others on the go at the same time. And I may do that again in the future. I quite enjoyed having a few kitted up at once, but then life just got busy and it got a bit too overwhelming to have more than one kitted up, and then I felt like I had to complete them to get rid of the overwhelm, so then I stopped doing it for a bit. But I do get having, you know, a square and one that's not. She says this doesn't include, she says, her Diamond Art Club mystery, her Diamond Art Studio chart to art, and her paint gem. You're as bad as I was. Well, you're probably as bad as I am if we include my Heaven and Earth design, my Diamond Art Studio chart to art, my paint gem, and my current whip. Oh, and the fact that I have the alphabet paint gem as well. See, if they're segregated for a reason, I don't get overwhelmed by them. So the fact that I've got a chart to art kitted up doesn't overwhelm me. I know that is a painting that I only get out when I finish my current whip, and I do it in between breaking down one and kitting up the next. So I'm fine with that. My Heaven and Earth design, I do it once a week. I do my second section. That's it. I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with my paint gem alphabet set sort of being there to grab and go, but not getting worked on all the time. That doesn't bother me either. But yeah, sometimes the paint gems that I've got kitted up, if I feel like it's been ages since I've done any, sometimes they make me think, oh, I need to get them sorted. But yeah, other than that, the others don't bother me because there's a reason behind them. But she says she did get both canvases for June's WIP and Waffle. She says so she's looking forward to hearing my decision, and then she can start on the other one. That's good to know. Good to know. Right, let's have a look. What have we got next? So this is what I'll be doing. So there's quite a bit of black. But then again, there's quite a bit of black all over the place. And then that's what we'll be working on next week, which does have blocks of black, but also has quite a bit of other stuff. So that's good. Oh, and that's my washer beeping. See if I can get that to line up. Cool. So, I've not even got it to line up in the right place. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay. There, it's lined up. That is my next section, which I will do at some point. It won't be now because this needs to charge. See, look, it's gone to 11%. So let me turn the screen off on that one and let that charge in its own time and do its own thing. But we have another section finished. Oh, I do have just a short comment. In fact, I've got a couple of comments. These are both on the last week's videos, but Sue, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, where can she see my videos on the quilts? So my videos are on this channel, same channel that you're on. If you go to playlists, I do have a quilts playlist, so you can see them in there. And also Lady Dax, she says she's playing catch up at the moment. Well, that will be due to the puppy. In fact, she has left a comment about the puppy, but it's a longer comment, so we will read that one possibly in Sunday's WIP and Waffle. Oh, hang on, is it the only one? Oh, it's the only Heaven and Earth Design comment. Okay, let's read it. So she says, see, I'm changing my mind all the time today, all over the place. Wait until you see the vlog, it'd be entertaining. Okay, so she put, yep, she did the same. She got both the mole and the cow as she couldn't pick between them for June Waffle. She says, so she's going to do them both. She says, that way she's not increasing her stash. I like your thought. She says she's posting this message on a Saturday night as she's not had time to watch it before now. They are puppy sitting for a son. They have a black lab, 4-month-old pup, staying with them for about a month while their son is away on exercise. She says it's been fun and games this past week, she says, with 4 cats wondering what on earth is going on. She says she has to say they've been amazing, and P Jelly is great with animals and has taken up the puppy training where her son left off. She said so hopefully he'll get back a well-behaved pup. She said as long as the cats don't teach him bad habits. Yes, as long as they don't teach the pup mischief. She says fingers crossed their home will be back to normal by the 1st of June. Well, hopefully it is. Enjoy the time with the pup while you can. But yeah, rather you than me. Anyway, that is it. I am going to leave it there as done. I will get to this other section. Not today though. Normally I try and do it on the same day, but we're out this evening. So I will get it done at some point once my tablet's charged. And I will see you next Thursday for the next section on this painting. Sunday for a WIP and Waffle, and then there's a video or two possibly in between. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.